Namaste and welcome to this Bhuvaneshwari pregnancy yoga class. So this class is suitable for all trimesters, so first, second or third trimester, and you can practice pregnancy yoga all the way up to your due date. Also, the class is suitable for newcomers or beginners to yoga, or even those who've had weeks, months or years of experience. So it's open and suitable for all and safe for all. All of the movements we practice are safe and nourishing for pregnancy. So welcome home. My name's Jo from Return to the Self, and I'd like to show you how to set up your mat as we're going to move into a beautiful meditation now. So before we do that, I'd just like to tell you that during this class, if you feel like taking a sip of water, if you need to go to the bathroom, or if you're feeling overheated, make sure that the room you're practicing in is cool and you're comfortable at all times. Also, if you're a regular yoga practitioner and you're used to someone telling you that you shouldn't eat 8 hours before you practice yoga, remember in pregnancy that it's absolutely fine to eat something light, perhaps half an hour or an hour before your class. It's no problem at all for this class if you choose to come having eaten something before. So a lot of the rules which you might be used to as a regular yoga practitioner before the pregnancy, we can break them for the prenatal yoga. So now I'm going to show you how to set up for the Queen's pose, which is a beautiful restorative and relaxing pose for your meditation, okay? So today I've got pillows, but you can also use blocks for this pose, okay? So the setup I've got here, I've got one pillow which I've put horizontally, and you can also use a block in the same position. And then this pillow is going to go in this direction vertically. So it makes a kind of slope where you put your bolster. You can also use another pillow. If you don't have pillows and you're in a yoga studio, then you can always use rolled up mats. But what we're looking for is to create this nice slope. So you can lie down comfortably and your neck is comfortable. When you lie down, what we're looking for is your neck to be flat, and so your chin is not tucked in and your neck is not hurting in any way. So you can also place a blanket on top of here or a towel. For the lower body, you also need another bolster, or you can use 2 pillows here as well. That's absolutely fine. The chickens are very loud here. Okay, so what you want to do before you lie down is you want to make sure that your sacrum is right the way at the edge of the bolster. So not like this. Avoid that. So come all the way up to the top of the bolster, and then grab the second leg bolster and just bring that all the way up to the hips. So not low in the knees, but it's much more comfortable right the way up to the thighs. So get that in there. Make sure your legs are hip distance apart and your feet are just going to fall to the side. So you don't want your legs to be together, okay? So we're going to come down onto our left side and then lie back onto the bolster. If you have any ponytails, it's nice to release your hair so you feel completely relaxed. You're taking your hands to lie comfortably in this position. Okay. If you feel like you need to add something behind your head, then you can go ahead and grab an extra blanket or an extra towel. Okay, and this is Queen's pose. So as you settle into your pose, allow your physical body to completely let go. So you're feeling that sense of relaxing all of your physical being. So relaxing your feet, your toes, just flopping out to the sides, relaxing your legs, relaxing the whole of your lower body, just melting down into the mat, into the earth, really feeling held and supported. A sense of letting go in the torso, and scanning your body in the shoulders, allowing the responsibilities to melt and soften all the way down into the mat. Your shoulders letting go, the upper arms, the lower arms, and all of the fingers. The neck is softening, and the head and the whole of the physical body starts to be held and supported. Feeling that sense of nourishment from the earth, as if she was supporting you, and the muscles start to melt away and loosen their grip on the bones. The whole of your physical body releasing and relaxing. The whole of your physical being starts to be held and supported by the earth. Allowing a softness in your body and allowing yourself to be held by this earth and be welcomed into this pose. Welcome yourself back to the support of the energy of the earth, the mother as she holds you. Feel her. And now start to turn the attention to the breath. And allow the breath to be natural and not forced. And just follow the natural cycle of the breath. And start to notice the inhale as she comes, expands and opens. And then notice the exhale as she releases. Inhale, filling up, opening, expanding. And the exhale, the letting go and the softening. The inhale, the expansion, the openness, the filling up, the nourishment. And the exhale, the letting go, the releasing, the relaxing. The natural breath cycle. Inhale as the mind tunes into the inhale. The gentle pause at the top, the fullness, and the exhale, and the emptiness at the bottom of the exhale, the 4 parts of the breath. Riding with the waves of the breath, the subtle energy of the breath. And today, we allow the energy of Bhuvaneshwari to fill our practice with nourishment, with support, and knowing she has our back. Bhuvaneshwari, the goddess of the worlds, the goddess who is nourishment, the goddess who is the energy of the sun, Akasha, golden spaciousness. Bhuvaneshwari, imagining a mother figure, the mother who nurtures. And just picture in your mind an image of your own mother figure. It could be your biological mother, but choose someone who for you offers you that sense of nourishment, who offers you delicious food, who takes care of you. And picture them in the mind's eye. Bhuvaneshwari. Feel the presence of this mother figure nurturing you, supporting and holding you, caressing you with a warm hug. Feel her presence in your life. Bhuvaneshwari, she who is mother of the world. And fills your heart space with warmth, with love, with care, and with nourishment. And start now to breathe into the heart space, feeling fullness and warmth, compassion and love. And as you feel this soft, warm, golden glow in the heart, listen to the sound of the Bhuvaneshwari mantra as I chant, just allowing this to become a wave throughout your body, like a golden glow. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. A golden wave throughout your body. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. And as you settle into this golden spaciousness, feel the mantra, the Hrim mantra of Bhuvaneshwari in your heart space. So as you inhale, connect to the sound mentally, Hrim, inhaling, Hrim, and then exhaling, Hrim. Just allow that sound to resonate deep in the heart space. The sound itself, a golden glow. Hrim. Settling into that sound in the heart space. And as you inhale, feel the fullness, nourishment of the sound. And as you exhale, allow that sound to settle back down into the earth. Hrim. And as you breathe, on the exhale, connect now to the spaciousness at the back of the heart. And as you inhale, connect to the space behind the breastbone, the heart center. You're inhaling and exhaling through that space. And allow the exhale to melt behind you, as if there were a golden spaciousness behind the heart center. Inhaling into your physical, energetic and spiritual heart space at the center of the breastbone. And exhaling, allowing that softness to become a golden light melting behind you. Breathe that golden light on the exhale down into the yoga mat and down into that spaciousness. Feel the support behind you. Inhaling into your heart center and exhaling into that sense of golden light, that spaciousness. And now bring the soft golden light of morning glow into that space and feel her presence. The warmth of sunlight, that golden glow. And breathe into the heart space. Connecting deeply to that sense of being supported by the space behind you. And every breath is nourishment, and every breath is fullness. Allowing her on every exhale to be spaciousness. And that spaciousness holds you as you breathe into her on every exhale, a golden glow radiating behind you. Your own heart center, golden glow, to the golden glow behind you, Bhuvaneshwari, as she supports you and holds you. And allow now your thoughts to melt away. So the thoughts are absorbed behind you and that golden space. So you breathe your thoughts through the heart into the spaciousness behind you. And now feel into the relationship of that space in your heart. Inhaling, breathing in the Shakti, the life force energy. Breathing in the energy of the cosmos, the source energy. Your exhale releases the thoughts down into the earth. And that golden glow of the sun fills you, nourishes you, and you allow your thoughts to be absorbed by her as she holds them. And she fills you with love, compassion, support, nurture. And you feel her presence within you. And feel now in the womb space, your baby. And as you breathe, allow this golden nourishment to be shared between your heart and theirs. And as you inhale, filling your own heart with this nourishment and energy, this source connection. And as you exhale, allow the source connection to flow down to the heart of your womb and the heart of your baby. And feel that relationship and that flow as you inhale, filling your own heart with golden, soft spaciousness. And as you exhale, allow that to flow down to your baby. And the inhale is a fullness in your heart center, and the exhale is a fullness in theirs. And feel this softness as you nourish each other in this divine flow. Allow that flow to be soft and golden, spacious and nourishing. The inhale, a fullness in your own heart center, and the exhale, a fullness and nourishment to your baby's heart. And imagine your baby's heart center, a glow, a golden glow, and allow this to become a glow in their whole body as they float gently in the fluid of your womb, in the waters of the womb. As this space becomes a golden glow of love, nourishment, and support, imagine the cords which holds your baby, and see this pumping and filling with golden, radiant nourishment. The flow of breath connects you as you breathe for two, inhaling and exhaling from one heart to another. You're filled, you're nourished. And settle into that breath as you share this energy. And allow for a moment of stillness and a moment of silence. Breathing for two. Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. And now softening the visualization as you start to return to the presence of the breath that nourishes you and supports you, the breath which flows in and flows out. Imagine now and tune into the breath entering through the nostrils. Feel the sensations of that. And start now to tune into the sensation of the body. Feel the air on your skin, feel the mat below you. And now start to come back into your physical body. So bringing some tiny movements into the fingers and into the toes. And then starting now to shift out of your goddess pose. Just turning onto the left side. Okay. And then use your hands just to bring you into a seated position so you can comfortably come up without putting any strain. And then you can actually use the lower bolster now to come into a seated position. So seated positions, you have several options. So I like to sit in this Virasana seated hero pose. It gives, especially with the legs open, it gives the baby some space. And it's also nice to add an extra pillow and come into something like this. And this is really comfortable. You might be more comfortable in a seated cross-legged position. So I would also recommend that you use a bolster for that. So taking the bolster this time coming behind you. And just to lift your hips up slightly. So you can, if you're comfortable and perhaps you're a regular yoga practitioner, you can come into this position. Again, you can add in pillows and extra support. Or you can even prop up the knees if that feels more comfortable. Although it's really nice to have the hips slightly higher than the knees. So this is another position. And take whichever position you find more comfortable. So now let's connect to a mudra. So a mudra is a sacred gesture which connects to an energy. So this energy is Hridaya Mudra. So first of all, we're going to take the index finger and just place the index finger at the tip of the thumb. Okay? And then we're going to take the middle finger and the ring finger and connect those to the thumb. And then we're going to bring that all the way into our own heart space. And this is what it looks like. So Hridaya Mudra. So it's almost as if you're holding the pulse of the universe in your fingers and you feel that connection between the middle finger, ring finger and thumb. And connected now, let's move into our chant. So we're going to connect the mudra, the gesture with our sacred sound, and then we'll find physical flow with all of that. But let's start with the mantra. And the mantra is Ma Aham Aham Vijñāham. Okay? So Ma is light or the mother, Aham is everything. Everything, everything. And then the intuitive body, the kosha of the heart center or Anahata chakra, if you know the chakras. So we're connecting deeply into the intuitive body. Okay? So let's chant. Ma aham aham vijñāham. And you can repeat after me. Ma aham aham vignyaham, ma aham, aham vignyaham. So let's add in the physical movement, connecting into that golden spaciousness, into the heart center. And you can, as you flow out, you can add this beautiful turn of the wrist. And starting from whichever side feels more intuitive. So I'm going to be starting with my right side, and you can choose. Ma aham, aham vignyaham. And as you go back, chanting. Ma aham, aham vignyaham, ma aham, aham vignyaham. Feeling the spaciousness. Ma aham, aham vignyaham. Moving into that golden space, akasha. Ma aham, aham vignyaham. And back again. Ma aham, aham vignyaham, ma aham, aham vignyaham. Breathing into the heart space. Ma aham, aham vignyaham. And that holding that energy in the heart and breathing into the heart space and behind. Feeling the golden spaciousness at the back of the heart. Feeling as if a warm sunlight captures your whole body. The morning sun. Warming, nourishing. The breath flows in and out, and connect to the sensations in the tip of the index finger and the tip of the thumb, the ring finger, the index finger, and breathe into that space. And feel that golden glow in your heart center, expansive and radiating. And share that with your baby. Breathing, connecting, Bhuvaneshwari, nurture and sustenance. And then relax the hand gesture, the mudra. So let's now start our movement practice, and we're going to come into the all fours position. If you do have any sensitivity in your knees, and if it's available, you can also use a pillow under the knees. It's nice and supported and soft. Another option is also to use 2 yoga mats. So I have a very thick Manduka yoga mat. But if you are in a studio or at home where you have a Pilates mat, one of the spongy mats, you can also practice your pregnancy yoga with that Pilates or soft spongy mat underneath the yoga mat, which is nice. I always like to have a nice sticky surface at the top, so don't use the spongy mat on top, use it underneath, okay? All right, so I will choose not to use the pillow today, okay? So spread the fingers nice and wide, and make sure your hands are going to fall directly under your shoulders, and your knees should be directly under your hips, so you're creating this nice box, okay? So we're going to start by moving into the cat and cow sequence to warm up the spine, and start the movement from the base of the spine. So feel how she flows all the way from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Okay, so starting the movement at the pelvis, and allow the movement to travel all the way up. And then as you come back, same thing, start from the pelvis, and then feel the flow of the movement up and down the spine. And as you inhale, we open. You And keep it nice and fluid. And then as you exhale, rounding, relaxing. Keep the connection with the earth so the hands are strong as you inhale. Open. And as you exhale, draw down, relax the head. Push the backs of the feet into the ground so you feel supported and connected to the earth. Inhaling, opening. Cow pose and exhaling from the base of the spine, flowing all the way up into your cat pose. One more time like that. Inhaling, lifting, opening, and exhaling, pushing down into the earth through the backs of the feet and the palms. And then coming back into your all fours position. And you can move now the left palm into the center of the mat, and we're going to add in some movements with the arms as you inhale. Reach up, open and expand, and then as you exhale we're going to thread the arm through. And inhale as you lift, open and expand, and exhale, threading the needle. Inhaling, open and exhaling. Nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And if you're used to doing an ujjayi breath, so you can also add in a soft ujjayi breath in pregnancy. Exhaling. Okay, and let's come and do that on the other side. So we're going to inhale, lift and expand and open, and then exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, sense of spaciousness and openness, and exhale as you release and release. Down, inhale. Still connect to the back of the feet. So you're pushing down into the earth and connecting to inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the release at the back of your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Okay. We're going to move into some pelvic tilts in the all fours position. So just allow now the pelvis to tuck under on the exhale, and then isolate the movement. So we're not looking for the whole spine, just feel the movement of the pelvis. So you're tucking. And these kind of movements are really good for strengthening the pelvic floor. So it's not only the isolated Kegel exercises which can give your pelvic floor strength. These kind of subtle movements are also really nice. So let's tune into that for a few more breaths and feeling the pelvis tilt, tuck under. Last one like that. Great. Okay. So now we're going to bring the right leg forward. So we're going to take the thigh and just bring the foot up. Make sure that the foot is wide at the front of the mat. So this is obviously to allow space for the baby. You can now take 2 blocks if I have long arms, but if you have the need to place 2 blocks to feel more supported, go ahead and put them under your arms. And we're just going to come now again into this warm up of the hip area and the hip joint. So just find this flow in the hips and just enjoy the breath as she flows. So the inhale and the exhale, allowing the movement to take place. Flowing into the hips, softening into spaciousness. Enjoying the movement. Great. Okay, so you can heel toe the foot back and then come to the opposite side. So again, you can bring the foot forward. Add the blocks if you need to. And let's and make sure again that the foot is nice and wide so you can really access the space in the hips. Allow the flow to be initiated by the breath. So the breath is the driver of the movement. The breath is taking you into your flow. And enjoy the movement. And one more breath like this. And then you can heel, I haven't got too much space. You can heel toe your foot back into the all fours position now. Okay, so now we're going to come up to standing and I'm going to show you how to get there. So we're going to go backwards. So first of all, tuck the toes under. So toes under. And then we're going to pad the hands backwards as we lift the knees off the floor. And point the buttocks to the sky. Pad all the way back to the feet. And then place the arms to lean on into the thighs. And then you can start to slowly come up to standing. And I recommend you always move from the floor to standing in that way. It's nice and safe. And also it protects the lower back as you have a greater need to support the lower back in pregnancy. It's a really safe exit, okay? Okay, so now let's start with finding a good sense of the earth and your connection to her. So spread all of your toes and really ground and center. Feel the weight distributed into all four corners of the feet. And then allow the energy to lift up all through the legs, feeling the quads hug in through the baby to the heart center. And then find that stance. So both you and baby fully earthed and connected to the nourishment of the earth, standing strong, standing tall. And let's breathe into her. So allow the breath to flow, inhaling into the core of the earth and feeling that energy supporting both of you, flowing with the breath. Feel that rise and fall, the expansion and contraction, the source energy. You can put a soft bend in the knees anytime you're standing up. If that helps you connect, great. And let's move into that source energy with Yoni Mudra. So placing the hands at the heart center, we're going to come into this triangle shape with the 2 index fingers connected. And then connect that into your own heart center. And again, connect back to that golden light. And as we exhale, we're going to bring her all the way down the baby. Feel the baby's heart center, golden glow. As you inhale, we're going to bring her all the way back up to the heart. Feeling the nourishment of the source energy, Yoni Mudra. As we flow, we can start to now add a soft movement of the legs. Okay, so you're flowing down and up again. Flowing down into the earth energy and lifting back into the heart. Yoni Mudra, connecting to source energy, connecting to Bhuvaneshwari, she who is mother of the worlds. Almost as if you were sharing that nourishment and support to the baby. And then flowing all the way down to the earth. Feeling the nourishment of the earth as you come back up. And then bring her all the way down to the heart center. And exhale, Yoni Mudra as we flow to the source, to the earth herself. Feeling her nourishment and support and generosity as you inhale. We bring her back up and down through your own energy line of the body, back to our heart center, and down through all the layers to the deepest layer of the earth as you inhale, lift Yoni Mudra, source energy back down to the heart center. And let's do one more like that as you exhale, flowing to the earth, honoring her, bending the knees, grounded into her, and then exhaling as you come back to the heart. Very nice. Let's release that and create spaciousness in the body now. Let's inhale, reach up and extend to the sky, and as you exhale, allow the shoulders to soften. So the middle finger can rotate slightly inwards, and it creates more space in the shoulders. So this sense of middle finger in, shoulders down. Very nice. Still feeling rooted and grounded into the earth. And let's come into palm tree pose. So as you exhale, taking it over to the side, extending, right side stretch, grounded and rooted and creating openness and space. Inhale, coming back up to the center, left side on your exhale, creating strength through the feet, grounded and rooted as you open and create space in the side body, feeling that extension, and inhale back to center as you exhale, release. So practicing sun salutation, flowing, feet hip distance apart. So even if you're in your first trimester, I recommend to have your feet hip distance apart, making space. Okay, so lift the toes and find the energy of the earth, root and ground. Okay. Connecting to the earth. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, relaxing, releasing. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. And release the arms. Inhale, bend knees, arms up. Exhale, flow forward, chest down, arms to shins. Inhale, lengthen, open. Exhale, left knee back. Right foot is forward. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands down, knee back. Exhale, hips down. Gazing forward, inhale. Sweeping cat. So bringing the elbows down, chest forward, inhale. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, all fours, tuck toes. Exhale, hips back. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Grounding and rooting through the hands. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Exhale, knees down. Again, right foot forward, inhale. Inhale, rise and open. And exhale, hands forward, stepping forward, feet hip distance apart. Inhale. Bend knees, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Chest to the thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot back, so left foot is forward. Inhale, open, arms up. Exhale, rooting and grounding, knee back. Exhale here, and swooping cat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And one more time as you inhale, chest forward, elbows down. Exhale, tuck the toes. 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, 1. Strongly supported by the earth. 2. Each finger, each toe, grounding and rooting. And 3. Exhale, knees down. Left foot comes forward. Inhale. Anjanyasana, inhale, open. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step forward, however many steps. bend knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti here. Flowing into right side. Inhale, bend knees. Relax shoulders. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, left foot back, right foot forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands down. Fingers in line with toes. Exhale, knees to the floor. Inhaling, swooping cat. Exhaling. And breathe into the hands, breathe into the backs of the feet. Feel your support. Rooted and grounded. Inhale. And exhale, tuck toes, hips back. Strong arms. Inhale, exhale. Allowing the baby to be in his or her hammock. Relaxed. Supporting her or him. Last breath. Exhaling, knees down. Right foot forwards. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhaling, coming forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale here. Inhale, bend the knees. Chair pose. Exhaling. Left side. Inhale, bend knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, right foot back. Left foot is forward. Inhale, Anjanyasana, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down. Knee back, hips down. Inhaling. Exhaling, feel the flow of the breath. And the breath guides the movement. One more time. Inhale, breathing for 2. Exhaling, lifting the hips, connected to the earth. 1, feeling rooted and grounded and connected. 2, and 3. Exhaling, knees down, left foot forward. Inhaling. Exhaling, hands down. Right foot forward. Inhale, bend knees. Exhaling, Samasthiti here. And the last side, right side first. Inhale, bend knees. Deep breaths. Exhale, flow down. Chest lift, inhale. Exhale, left foot back, right foot forward. Inhale. This time we're going to add in, so exhale, opening the arms. So we'll stay here for 3 breaths. And feeling the back of the heart, an open space. Bhuvaneshwari, breathing into the heart center. I am supported. Exhale, hands down, knee back, and down again. 3 times. 1. Swooping cat, inhale. Exhale, connected to the earth. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes. And 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Supported. Inhale. Exhale. Rooted. Inhale. Exhale. Knees down. Right foot forward. Inhale. Anjanyasana. Exhale. Foot forward. Inhale. Bend knees. Exhale. And last round on the left side. Inhale. Bend knees. Rooted. Grounded. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale. Lift the chest. Exhale. Right knee to the earth. And inhale. Anjanyasana. And adding in. Opening up. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, breathe into the back of the heart space. Exhaling. And hands down, fingers in line with the toes. Knee to the floor, hips to the earth. Inhale. Finding a nice full deep breath. Exhale. Enjoying the movement, enjoying the flow. As you exhale, lifting the hips, and 3 breaths in down dog. 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, knees to the earth. And bringing that left foot forward, inhale, Anjanyasana. Exhaling, hands down. However many steps suits you. Feet hip distance apart, bend knees, inhale, chair pose. And exhale, Samasthiti here. Connecting to the baby. And breathing. Feeling a gentle heat, nourishing. Feeling the breeze on your skin. And release. So as we continue the standing poses, we're going to move to the wall. You can use a tree if you're outside. For this part of the class, find a wall, ideally a flat wall, or you can use a pillar, or you can even use a tree. Okay, so this is just for support. Okay, so finding now, move against the wall or the pillar so that your buttocks are rested against the wall, or you can just move slightly away so you know the support is there, that she has your back. So this is Bhuvaneshwari, she who has your back, okay? So we're going to start with lifting the heel to the foot. So this is your option 1. Option 2, you can bring the foot to the lower leg. And option 3, you can grab hold of the foot and you can lift that foot all the way up to the inner thigh, okay? So finding now the connection to the earth, you can rest your buttocks against the wall to support you or not, your choice. And then find that energy of stability, feeling supported. Lift the energy up through the earth and breathe into the pose. And if you'd like to, you can add in the Yoni Mudra that we practiced at the beginning of the class, bringing her back to the heart center, exhaling down. So finding that flow. Exhaling and inhaling upwards. Lift the energy up through the crown of the spine, feel supported and held. Open, breathe. And then exhale, come back to the center. You can place the hands on the wall to support you as you release the leg. And let's go to balancing and being supported by the earth on the other side. So option 1, coming to the inner ankle, the shin, or perhaps the inner thigh. Good. Use your hands to stabilize, to connect. Great. An option to, it's a bit hard for me with this pillar, but option to rest the buttocks. Great. So find your stability. Breathing. Relax the shoulders, and then let's bring our Yoni Mudra in for a flow. Being connected and supported. Feeling the energy lift through the earth from all of the parts of the feet that connect. Good. And then this time inhale. Open. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. And then exhale. Come back to center, and you can ground into the wall to remove the foot. Great. So shifting now into Natarajasana. So for this, there's several options. Okay. So the first option is going to be taking the right foot and just bringing the left hand to the wall and And then just feeling that sense of engaging into the root leg and then extending the foot behind you. Lift and open the chest, and remember to look up rather than looking down, which gives you that sense of openness. And if it feels good for you, you can start to expand the pose. And feel the openness at the back of the heart center. Breathe into the front body. Connect into the wall to support you. And then exhale, release. Great. Okay. So let's go to the other side. It's a bit dirty. Okay, so find the arm is slightly higher than the shoulder. And then take the foot with the opposite hand. Good, and you can choose to stay here. Feel the stretch in the quadriceps. Or you can extend and open and really feel the heart center and breathe into the pose. Good. Standing leg is strong, but you can slightly bend the knee if it feels good. Last breath, and then exhale, release. Great. So now eagle pose, supported against the wall. So come to back up, right to the edge of the wall. So your buttocks actually leaning against the wall. And we're going to take our right leg first. So I'm doing your mirror. So we're going to take your right leg and cross your right leg over the left. Toes on the floor. Second option, tuck the toes and wrap them around. You can keep the hips facing forward. Okay. Now we're going to take the right arm and bring the right arm under the left. Very nice. Good. And you can sink down as much as feels comfortable. Relax the shoulders, lift the elbows. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths here. Inhale. Stable and strong and supported. Great. And then exhale, use the wall to release. Great. Okay, let's go for our left side. So again, buttocks against the wall, supported. Left leg over right. Cross, hook, leave it on the floor, option. Slide down, okay. And taking the left arm under the right. Backs of the hands, palms of the hands. And 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Feel the grounded foot really rooting and energizing into the earth. Breath is flowing. And exhale, release. Okay, so coming back to your seated position, we're going to practice some squatting movements. So you can either choose to do it without the bolster, or especially in late pregnancy, you might feel you want more support. I like to fold my bolster like this. You can use pillows as well. So this is going to be my little seat. First, I'd like to offer an option for anybody with pelvic girdle pain, so pain in the pelvis. And I recommend all of those of you who have this pelvic girdle dysfunction to practice, to never practice this type of movement with the hips. So this is a external rotation movement or open legs positions where the legs are moving outwards. So for you, you can come to sitting on a bolster, and then we're going to bring the legs inwards, and we're going to use, either you can use a block, or I've got a pillow today, and you can place this in between the thighs to squeeze. So you really have this action of integration instead of the openness, which doesn't suit your condition, okay? So that's the first option. Everybody else, we're going to come into the squat position, Mahalasana. So keep the feet nice and wide, okay? The spine is really lifted and lengthy. And then you're going to bring your outer arms into the inner thighs and place the hands in Anjali or offering mudra. Lift the chest, and let's stay here for 5 breaths. So feel grounded through the earth, root into the legs. And then find your breath. So wherever you are, you're flowing with the breath. Feeling the length of the spine. And breathing into the heart center. Great. And release. Okay. So now we're going to add into this position. So this part of the class is designed for those of you who have already practiced pelvic floor work. So this is adding in pelvic floor activity to the squat pose, okay? So we're going to imagine that we're going to lift energy in the pelvic floor. So it's the movement of lifting up as if you're lifting a tissue off the floor, lifting in the walls of the vagina all the way up, and hugging that action in. And then on the exhale, the action is to release and let go. So in pregnancy, we want to do two things. We want to strengthen the pelvic floor and create this resilience for the birthing, but we also want to be able to release and let go the energy of apana or downward flow to birth our babies, okay? So we practice both movements, and this is really important. So, and let's begin. So as you inhale, we're going to lift the energy, hug in, lift up, and as you exhale, we're going to let go and release. Inhale as you lift up. You can close your eyes for this. It helps to focus inwards. Exhale as you release. Inhale. And if you look at my core, you'll see there's an energy there, there's a movement. You won't be able to see it in your pregnant body. But this is the action of engaging and lifting and strengthening. Exhale, release. Inhale as you lift up, engage. Exhale, let go and release. Let's do 3 more like this. Inhale as you lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, hugging in, lifting up. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, relaxing. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting up. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, releasing. 3, 2, 1. And release. So let's add into that pelvic floor activity. So we're going to add in the sound. Okay. So engaging on the inhale, lifting up, hugging in, and exhale. And you make the sound with me, okay? Inhaling, lifting up, and exhaling. Making the sound with me. Inhale as you lift in, hug in, exhaling. Inhaling as you lift and hug the muscles in, exhaling. Let's do 2 more. Inhale as you lift up, exhaling. Inhaling, lifting the muscles up, exhaling, releasing and letting go. Okay, so let's move into a seated pose. So we're going to have the option of using the bolster behind you, so you can just pop back onto that. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, okay? So move onto the edge of the bolster, option to not to use it at all. Okay, and again, this pose is to be avoided if you have pelvic girdle pain. And place the soles of the feet together, and then open the feet as if you were opening a book, okay? And then we're going to come into our butterfly pose, just moving the knees up and down, breathing into the pose. Spine is open, crown of the head floating up to the sky, feeling that sense of spaciousness in the hips, that sense of openness, and breathe into the pose. Okay. And let's hold the pose in stillness for 5 breaths. You can also use the elbows to encourage the hips to open. But remember, in all of your seated poses, roughly 70% of your regular effort, relaxing hormone throughout the body, increasing flexibility. So really just taking a step back, no pushing, but just allowing that softness, that sense of release. breathing into mild discomfort, sending the breath into any muscles that need it, letting go. Last breath here. Exhale, breathing into the space, sending the breath into any discomfort, and then release. You can use the hands to bring the knees up. Great. And let's move into a gentle forward bend. You can also stay with your hips slightly raised on the bolster. I prefer to come and connect directly to the earth. Okay. And then we're going to bring our left foot inwards. And here you have the option to use a block, or it actually is nice to use something a little less high. This is perfect, this pillow. Okay, and we're coming into Janu Shirshasana. Okay, so Janu Shirshasana is our seated head to knee posture. Option to practice by extending over diagonally, allowing the baby to come forward. If you're in your early pregnancy, you might still feel more comfortable to come into the fold over the legs. It's your choice, okay? Okay, so in the forward bend, feel length rather than coming down. So it's more about lengthening forward than it is to come down, okay? So I'm going to choose to lengthen over my leg and relax the shoulders and relax the neck, but still energize through the thigh. So feel the activity of the thigh, the leg is active. And let's hold this for 5 breaths, allowing the flow to move us. Every breath allows us to soften and release. Option to close your eyes here, keeping that leg grounded and energized. Keep connected to either the pillow or to the earth with this bent knee. Softness. And one more deep breath here. And then come back to the center and let's move over to the left side. So you can open the leg and now bringing the opposite leg in. Option 1, folding over the diagonal. Option 2, to fold over the leg. Okay. 70% of your effort. And know that all of these forward bends are relaxing for the nervous system, de-stress, strong legs, soft shoulders. Breath is flowing, breathe. And then on your next inhale, start to come back up. Great, okay. Okay, and this time we're going to take the pose wide, so the legs start wide, and we're going to add in a lateral stretch, so adding in the side stretch. Okay, so again we're going to start on the right side, so bringing the left leg in, and then adding in our pillow if we need to. Okay. And then we're going to allow the arm to extend, and you can extend to whatever feels comfortable for you. You can either grab the ankle, regular practitioners, you could grab the toe or grab the outer edge of the foot, and then feel this spiraling out of the rib cage outwards. And you can choose now to do many things. You can have the hand on the baby as you rotate. You can lift and extend the arm. You could even choose to take the pose. If you're much more flexible, you can choose to do a deeper version of the pose, but remember, you're 70%. Okay, I'm going to keep my hand on my baby. Breathing. Still, this strength and energy runs through this straight leg. To feel openness and spaciousness in the side body. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. Parivrita Janu Shirshasana. And then let's release to the other side. So again, starting from a wide position, so keeping the legs wide, and bringing now the leg in. Option, again, to place the pillow to support and find stability through the left side. Sliding the arm, finding a suitable place for you. Shin, foot, your choice. And then rotating and opening through the side rib cage. Option to lift up and find that length if that helps you. Breathing. Every inhale allows us to lengthen. Every exhale brings us into a more comfortable pose. Foundation is strong, the breath is strong. Last breath here. And then exhale, release your pose. Great. Okay. So coming onto hands and knees now. I'm going to show you a pose which is great for third trimester especially, but you can practice this in any stage of your pregnancy. So you have the option to place a pillow underneath the knees. I'll do that today. Make sure the pillow is far enough back that you're able to reach forward with your arms, okay? So we're going to again have our knees hip distance apart, and we're going to pad the arms. Head to the floor. Anahatasana. And allow the breath now to come into the back body. So you're feeling openness and spaciousness. Connect strongly to the backs of the feet so you're supported by the earth. And the position you want to have is the hips are directly above the knees. And breathing into the back body. So stay there for a moment, and as you breathe, just really feel that the baby is supported, and the baby is in a kind of hammock position. And this is really a great pose for late pregnancy, as it encourages the baby to be in the optimal fetal position. So that would be their head down and engaged in the pelvis. This is an excellent pose to do on a daily basis if you are seated a lot during your pregnancy, and it will encourage the baby to be in that optimal fetal position for birthing. So if you have to sit at a desk, keep the breath flowing, inhale, exhale, and see if you can breathe into the kidneys. So imagine every inhale sends breath into the kidneys and expands and opens. And every exhale lets them come back. Inhale, breathe into the back body. Exhale, release. Imagine someone's hands positioned on top of your kidneys, and imagine breathing into those hands. So allowing this back body space to expand. And if you feel any discomfort, you can come out of the pose. Well, let's just take a few more breaths. It's really good to hold this pose for quite a long time, encouraging that baby to be in that optimal position. Breath, releasing and relaxing. Now let's move to a forward bend, but we're going to hold this forward bend in a really nice restorative way. So you can use your bolster to sit on, just to lift the hips, to make it easier for your spine to be straight and long. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to sit on my bolster. And then for this, you're going to need a lot of props. So use bolsters, blocks, or probably more likely in your home that you'll have pillows, okay? So we're going to create a way to come into a soft forward bend. So we're just going to create a stack of pillows. So I've got a small pillow underneath, another bolster, and it's almost like we're creating a slope, basically. So yeah, just add in pillows until you have the most comfortable one at the top. Okay, so something like this is good. Okay, so the idea is that when you lean forward, that your spine is going to be straight and long, but you're supported. You can actually grab the bottom of the pillows and hug it in, okay? So you can allow your hands to be wherever they're comfortable. And for this pose, we're going to have, instead of what we did previously with the energy through the legs in the other forward bend poses, we're going to really take the energy out of the legs. So this is really working into just allowing the nervous system to let go, like the feeling you get being with a really caring and nourishing mother. You just let go. You're not in this space of holding anymore. You're just really supported and you feel completely comfortable, okay? All right. Okay, so again, make sure that you're fully supported in the neck. So oftentimes you'll need to add in an extra pillow in the neck area. Great, and then just allow a sense of softness. Remember in this pose that if you get any neck tension whilst you're holding the pose, you can also just turn the head to the other side whenever you like. So that just whenever it feels good to do that, you can do that, of course, without my instruction, okay? All right, so this restorative Upavishta Konasana, forward bend. Right, so just settle into the pose. Great. And feel that sense of fully releasing and relaxing. Softening. And just allow the flow to be soft and the breath to feel the pose. And start to feel, again, deeply into the back body. And let's return to this expansion in the kidneys. And this time, to continue that practice. So breathing into the back body, the spaciousness of the body. Feel the breath expanding the kidneys on every inhale and allowing the kidneys to soften in every exhale. Breathe into the shoulder blades, the spine. The whole back of the body is softening and releasing. And feel a sense of movement. So the inhale is opening and expanding, and the exhale is letting go. And with every breath, the nervous system starts to release. And every breath allows you to soften and be held. As if you were being held by the nourishment of that mother figure you imagined at the beginning of the class. Being held in the lap of that mother. Like a cosmic hug, you're softening into those pillows. As the parasympathetic nervous system starts to pulse, so softly and smoothly. And let all the thoughts start to melt into this pose. As if the thoughts are being absorbed by the pillows and held by the earth. And breathe into any body part that feels any tension. Let's hold this pose for just one more minute. And just allow the sounds in the room or the sounds of nature around you to soften the pose. Every breath an opportunity to let go. Every breath an invitation to release. And then very slowly now we're going to start to remove the pillows. And I place the pillows to one side and then just come back up to a comfortable seated position. Great. Okay. So let's start now to come out of the position. So just pad the hands back and come into a kneeling position. Okay. So from here, we're going to set up again for our final relaxation and meditation. So you can choose again to do the same pose as we did at the beginning of the class. So you can come into your goddess position as we did with the pillows, making the support for your body. Or I'm going to show you another position. So I'm going to show you a side-lying Shavasana position, okay? So using all the pillows that we had before, you can go ahead and lie down on your left side. And your left side is to protect your body from any circulatory problems due to lying on your back with the baby weight is not recommended, okay? If you're in your first trimester, you can choose to do a regular Shavasana pose. That's absolutely fine, okay? All right, so we're lying down onto our left side and use your hands to come down. Now, I like to take my bolster and I like to line it up with my lower leg. So it's exactly the same angle as the leg. And then you place the top leg together, and this just gives you a little bit of space for the baby. Some people in this position will definitely benefit from the pillow underneath, okay? And it's also a nice thing to do is to place a blanket underneath your arm. So you're you're rested on, here I've got a concrete floor, so you want to avoid that, have a little bit of extra comfort, okay? All right, and this is a nice option. You can place an extra pillow underneath the baby if that feels good and you're in late pregnancy. So you're settling into this position, making sure that your body is comfortable. Okay, side-lying Shavasana. Okay, so find the pose that suits you, either the goddess pose or the side-lying Shavasana, and just make sure you're as comfortable as you can be. So make any final adjustments to your clothing or your hair. Release your hair tie. Add extra pillows if you need to, if it feels more comfortable. So settle down into your pose, whether you've chosen goddess pose or the side-lying Shavasana or just regular Shavasana in early pregnancy. Settle your physical body, get comfortable, and make any last-minute changes or adjustments to feel fully comfortable. Okay. And then allow the feet to relax, whole body, softening and letting go. And then give any extra attention to any part of your body that's holding any tension and allow that to soften and release. Letting go. And then draw the awareness inwards as we travel into this visualization today to support new life, to offer nourishment to the mother and baby, to support new life. And at this stage, just place one hand on the baby and one hand on your heart for a moment. And with me, internally, the affirmation, I nourish new life. I hold the space to nourish and nurture new life. And breathe into that affirmation. Feel that affirmation flowing from your heart to your baby's heart in this golden glow. And release the hands. And allow your body to be soft. And travel from the toes to the ankles, to the legs, to the knees, to the hips, torso, shoulders, arms, fingers, your neck, your head, crown of the head, all body parts completely relaxed. And then travel into your breath as you observe your natural breath. Your natural breath is flowing and soft. And observe how effortlessly the breath of life flows through you. Her inhale filling you, and her exhale a relaxation. As if the breath was an expansion and a contraction of the universe, and you her mirror. And soften into that breath with no effort. And let the mind's eye now travel into the baby and visualize your womb in her fullness. And visualize your baby held in your womb, floating freely. Warmly supported and nurtured by her amniotic sac, by her waters, by her cords, and perhaps through her placenta, if the placenta's already grown. And she is nourished, and he is nourished, and nurtured, content. Visualize your baby in the optimal fetal position. Head down. The bottom pointing up into your womb. The spine curved out, outwards towards your belly. Visualize your baby in the perfect position, optimally positioned for birth. And now start to bring a nourishing touch, as if you had your hands on each and every part of your baby's body. The warmth of the mother's touch, connecting to your baby. Bring a nurturing touch to his right toes, each of the 5 toes, and his or her right foot, and his right leg. Sending that nourishing connection to each of his body parts in turn. Connect that loving touch to his left toes and left foot. And see his left leg. And imagine now the baby's knees bent. His spine curved into the softness of your womb. Visualize his right fingers, right arm, elbow, right upper arm and right shoulder. Visualize his left arm, left fingers, left lower arm and left upper arm, left shoulder blade, a loving touch to each body part. Visualize your baby's head, your baby's neck, and their chin tucked in. And bring the light of awareness to the whole of the baby's body, held safely, comfortably in your womb, floating freely, as if you were bringing your loving touch to each body part. Your baby optimally positioned for when the time is right. And then visualize their face. Imagine each feature of your baby's face. The softness of their smile. And let that smile be reflected in your own face. A soft, gentle smile. And let that feeling of contentment and nourishment reflect in your heart and reflect in your baby's heart. Tuning into your breath, feeling the cycle and feeling the rhythm of your breath. The gentle inhale, the fullness and expansiveness of the top of the inhale, and the relaxation, the letting go of the exhale, and the emptiness of the bottom, the 4 parts of the breath, as if your breath was just a microcosm of the source. The expansion, the inhale, the contraction, the exhale. Become aware of breathing for 2. The nourishment of the breath for yourself and your baby. We are supported. We are held by the nourishment of the source. Your baby's private ocean of warmth. Your baby's private ocean of comfort. Inhale and exhale. And feel the expansiveness of the inhale in your body. And as you exhale, feel like a river that flows to your baby. The breath, like a river of life, flowing in through your body and out to theirs, sharing the sacred life force energy. On every breath, you're breathing for 2. Inhaling, exhaling. Knowing you are both comforted and nurtured by this source energy, the rhythm of the universe herself, the inhale and the exhale. Connecting to the universal rhythm of nourishment and growth. And know that every breath is a breath of growth and expansion for your baby as she grows, as each cell expands, as she opens like a flower, petal by petal. And soften into that nourishment, Bhuvaneshwari. Openness, expansive, source energy, nourishment. And now allow the visualization to fade as you dive deep into my sounds and the sounds of Bhuvaneshwari. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Wrapped in the energy of nurtured, sustaining source love. Allow yourself to absorb and feel and simply to be. Simply to be is enough. And then slowly now start to bring your awareness back into the breath. Notice your own breath flow. And then bring your awareness into the physical sensation and sounds around you. The sound of my voice, the sound in the room you're in. And now start to bring some movement back into the body and moving your fingers and moving your toes. Just taking this moment to just slowly come back into this space that you're in. And then if you're not already in the side lying Shavasana, you're going to shift out of your goddess pose into your side lying Shavasana. And then from there, using your hands and pushing your hands into the earth to come back into your comfortable seated position. So you might choose to come into the kneeling position with the bolster, or you might choose to come back into the cross-legged position, whichever you prefer. Okay. Okay, so once you're there, let's bring that awareness back to the energy of connection, the energy of Bhuvaneshwari, our support, our nourishment. Okay. And let's chant now the Bhuvanesh mantra together. So Om, Hrim, Srim, Klim, Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Namaha, I honor the energy of the Bhuvaneshwari goddess within myself, okay, and without. Take a deep breath. And together, Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. And together, Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. And again, Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. One more time. Om Hrim Srim Klim Bhuvaneshwari Namaha. Namaste, thank you for practicing this morning. And now I invite you to take some of the nourishment, which today we have some nuts, which I've had here, and consider this as a kind of prasad or a sacred offering, and just enjoy. So thank you for joining me, and namaste, take care.